Hello and welcome to this edition of SAC News. I am Anthony Gomez.
And I'm Tristin Recinos.
We start today's show with breaking news. If you felt your morning commute was a little bumpy, you weren't imagining things. A 4.7 earthquake rocked Malibu with shocks felt as far as Santa Ana. Geological surveys say that the tremor was about 7 miles deep, making it a shallow quake. These are felt more intensely. The quake struck around 7:28 a.m. It was originally ruled a 5.1 earthquake, but was later downgraded. A 2.8 aftershock hit just a few minutes later. No reports of injuries or damages.
Here's the latest on the bridge fire burning in Los Angeles and San Bernardino County. It has burned 50,000 acres and remains 0% contained. Evacuation orders are in effect for a number of communities around the Highway 138 and the town of Wrightwood. Also, the area of the river community near the Mount Baldy Resort. The fire on Sunday at about 2 p.m., then on Tuesday began to show extreme signs of extreme fire behavior and grew to over 13,000 acres, spreading north and northeast towards the communities of Wrightwood as of Wednesday evening. The fire had burned close to 50,000 acres and has threatened well over 1,000 structures.
A woman is dead following an early morning gang-related shooting on Harbor Boulevard neighborhood. 20-year-old Jennifer Nile Rodriguez was found lying on the ground in front of a business, appearing to have several gunshot wounds to her torso. First responders attempted life-saving measures, but were unsuccessful. As Rodriguez succumbed to her injuries, Santa Ana PD homicide detectives arrested 42-year-old Roland Roches as the primary suspect. Rocher was taken into custody and booked on murder charges later that morning. And to my next story, Anaheim police are searching for the driver involved in a fatal hit and run that occurred around 5:30 a.m. on September 2nd. This accident took place on the cross streets of Anaheim Boulevard and Cerritos Avenue. Anaheim police are still investigating. There is no description of the driver or the car available. The victim involved was 84-year-old Agustin Chavez. His family said that Chavez had a passion for music and dancing, his family calling Agustin the life of the party. Agustin's family is pleading for anyone who may have any information to come forward. The family has set a GoFundMe set up to help with funeral and memorial expenses. The link is pinned on the video description.
In campus news, the Santa Ana College Dance Department held its auditions for their fall semester concert titled Harmony in Motion. The concert will be held at SAC's Phillips Hall Theater from November 21st through the 23rd. Dance facility adjunct professor Tamarai Ermet says she's very excited to see the dancers' personalities and stage presence and what they bring to her choreography. Meanwhile, Santa Ana college student Tonali Un says she auditioned hoping to be picked to perform on Professor Josh pieces after seeing his choreography work last semester. There are dancers from SAC who are already making plans to continue their higher education out of state.
And in folklorico, so I'm planning on after my bachelor's to go back home and take that folklorico master's.
From celebrating life through dance to celebrating 213 years of Mexican independence, Santa Ana is celebrating Hispanic and Latino communities through Fiestas Patrias. This two-day event will be held on September 14th and the 15th in downtown Santa Ana. Festives include live music by Larry Hernandez and Ezequiel Peña, among other famous musicians. There will also be a parade, carnival rides, and cultural exhibitors to commemorate Mexican independence. This event will be open to the public from 12 noon to 11 p.m., and parking will be available at the downtown area parking lots.
And from celebrating independence to celebrating art, legendary comedian Cheech Marin is displaying his personal artwork at the old Santa Ana courthouse. Marin was half of the long-running comedy duo Cheech and Chong. The East LA native has loaned his personal artwork collection to the city of Santa Ana. Marin's art loan is to commemorate Hispanic Heritage Month. His collection also pays tribute to local Mexicano and Chicano artists that have donated to his collection and commissioned artwork just for him. The Cheech Marin Center for Chicano Art and Culture is where Marin's entire art collection is, but has temporarily shut down to accommodate some of his collection being displayed at the courthouse. Marin is not an artist himself. He uses his celebrity status to give these Mexicano and Chicano artists a platform to show their art. To see this exhibit, visit the old courthouse at 211 Santa Ana Boulevard. The gallery operates from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on weekdays.
Thank you, Cheech Marin, for your contributions to the art community of Santa Ana. We really appreciate it. Turning to politics, of course, the federal election is fast approaching. The Fountain Valley Library hosted a voter education workshop for teens. This event was organized by the Orange County Registrar of Voters. Teenagers were able to learn how to register to vote, where to vote, and get info on the upcoming election.
Also, teenagers found out about volunteering opportunities on Election Day. Our senior reporter, Sarari Guzman, reports from the Fountain Valley Library.
The voting was an opportunity for teenagers, first-time voters, to educate themselves on voting. Election officials here want the young voters to know about the importance of participating, especially in a presidential election year. Even one vote can make the difference.
Community activist. I speak at city council meetings often at the podium. And I'm a candidate for city council in Fountain Valley in this election. The most important thing to me is that everyone knows that their vote matters, their vote does count. Every single one of you that thinks it doesn't matter, it does. It's like all the drops of water that create the ocean.
The young is important. In past elections, young people usually voted in smaller numbers than, say, seniors. But if tonight's turnout is any indication that trends could be changing.
Orange County Registrar of Voters presented a workshop for teens that are interested in possibly voting, which I think is great. It was very well attended, and I learned a lot of information myself, even though I've been voting for many, many years. These young people are excited to vote, and they were happy to receive.
Election day is November 5. Everyone here agrees we all win when there is a good turnout. From Fountain Valley Library, and Sarai Guzman reporting from Fountain Valley Public Library.
The Orange County Register of Voters have a high school student volunteer program on Election Day.
To get involved, you can visit ocvote.gov/student.
Thank you, Sarai. When we return, SAC's women's volleyball and soccer scores.
And a modern-day alum makes history and the weather report for the next week.
You're watching SAC News.
We'll be right back.
Excuse me. Have you applied to the scholarship program?
Of course I did. It's free money.
Thank you. How about you? Have you applied for the scholarship program?
Yeah, I actually just made my friends apply.
That's good. Thank you. Excuse me. Have you applied for the scholarship program?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
I don't know how to.
Well, let's change that.
The Scholarship Foundation offers help to all SAC students, such as providing writing workshops to help students with the writing portion of the application.
I need a letter of recommendation.
Hey, don't let the letter of recommendation hold you back. A letter of recommendation can come from a professor or even a counselor. You shouldn't be afraid to ask for their help.
Wow, you did it.
Apply today.
Las Doñas. Welcome back, Dons. Santa Ana College women's volleyball played a doubleheader on Friday. Felt so nice they won twice. Lady Dons beat Compton College 3-2 and shut them out, that team from Joshua Tree. Copper Mountain 3-0. The Lady Dons' first two wins of the season improves their ledger to 2-3, as they took to improve on the last year's 6-17 squad. Coach Mariah Canipo Aguirre's team sports a whole new roster. The ladies added another win against Rio Hondo on Wednesday, taking 3 close games and evening the record at 3-3. They played another doubleheader this Friday against LA Mission and Chaffey College in San Bernardino.
From women's volleyball to women's soccer, Santa Ana College women's soccer Las Doñas tied West LA in their first game of the season. SAC struggled to mount any offense, only taking one shot while West LA took 5 shots in the first half. West LA took control of the first half of the game with possession and dribbling through SAC's defenders. Las Doñas are looking to improve on the last year's 2-12 season with a number of returning players. Las Doñas had a different look in the second half. In the last 20 minutes, midfielder Brianna Mejia stepped up and dribbled the ball towards the Panthers' goal, but their defender tackled her to take away Mejia's chance to win the game.
SAC men's soccer team took to the pitch in their 4th match on Friday. The Dons are winless this year, but coming off of a tie against Cuyamaca 1-1, Chaffey College won their last game against San Diego Mesa 2-0. And thanks to freshman forward Paul Carrillo, 2 goals, the Dons are no longer winningless, beating the Chaffey Panthers 2-1. The Dons will be looking to make it 2 in a row when they face off against San Bernardino Valley at home on Friday.
To the other football, SAC's men's football team played their season opener against Pasadena City on Saturday at Eddie West Field. The Dons are coming off a strong 9-2 season last year where they won the Southern California Bowl. This year's Dons got off to a slow start, held scoreless in the first quarter. PCC's offense was also too much for the Dons to handle, leading by as much as 29 points in the fourth quarter. The Dons woke up, but too late, and they dropped their home opener to Pasadena by a score of 46-28. The Dons look to bounce back on the road against LA Southwest.
Longevity is the weird thing in professional sports, but modern-day alum Katie Lou Samuel is beating the odds. Samuelson was a star for modern-day championship teams in the early part of the last decade.
Katie then helped lead UConn's Huskies to an NCAA title. Now she's teamed up with rookie sensation Caitlin Clark to help her new team, the Indiana Fever, do something they haven't done in a long time. Fatima Garita reports.
A Mater Dei alumni has helped get the Indiana Fever to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Katie Lowell Samuelson played 4 years for the Lady Monarchs and was the 7th-ranked player in the nation in 2015. Samuelson also starred in college at Connecticut, where she averaged 20 points over her career and won a NCAA national championship. The Indiana Fever are her 5th WNBA squad, where she's quietly been a big part of their success this year. The Fever, of course, are best known for the rookie star Caitlin Clark. Samuelson grew up in Fullerton before going to Mater Dei. This is Fatima Garita reporting for the sports team at SAC News.
Thank you for your reporting, Fatima. Let's take a look at this week's weather report with the percentage of humidity. We're just coming off a severe heat wave that hit in the triple digits in some of the parts of the city.
This week, however, it seems like summer is over, just in time for pumpkin spice latte season, with the temperatures being as high as 78 degrees and our lowest high being 72 degrees, averaging about 75 degrees Fahrenheit for the week.
Thursday seems to have the slight presence of the heat wave, having the highest temperature of the week being 78 degrees Fahrenheit with the forecast of a sunny day. We will have this weather following us until Sunday, where the weather will be dropping a slight 2 degrees to give us a 76-degree day, and with it we will be having some semi-cloudy weather. Monday shapes up as a cloudy weather with a high of 73 degrees Fahrenheit. For the rest of the week, look for more of the same temps with clearing skies. Tuesday will have a high of 73, Wednesday with a high of 72, Thursday with a high of 74, and that's it for this week's weather report.
We hope everyone enjoyed summer, but now it's time to cool off, with fall making its way through. With fall being back, that means football's back. You got the Bills or Dolphins?
I got the Bills today.
All right, partner, we'll see.
Yes, sir. That's it for this edition of SAC News.
Be sure to follow us on social media and watch previous episodes of SAC News on our YouTube channel.